Hey everybody, today I will show you how to make a Gario private server. You'll need a program called Ogar. I'll put the link in the description for download. And on the right you'll see a button called download zip. Click it. So then you'll download the server files. Once it's downloaded, it's the easiest to put it on your desktop. So that's where I have it. And right click it. And for me it's in Dutch, so it says here uitpakken. But in English it's probably unpack here. Click it. And there you have the folder. Open the folder. And there you have a bunch of files. First of all, you need to open gameserver.ini. If you can't open it right away, you'll need to right click it. And hover over open with. And you'll just press notepad if you don't have notepad++ installed. I have notepad++, so I'll just use that. There you have all your server settings. First of all, you have server max connections, which is currently 64, but I don't have that many friends, so I'll just trim it down a bit, make it 10 or so. Server port, I will come back later on how that works. Server game mode, it says up there. 0 for free for all, 1 for teams, 10 for tournaments, and 11 for Hunger Games. It is more game modes than the regular Agario. So it has tournament more and Hunger Games. I'll show you later how they work. I'll just leave server game mode for 0 now. And I'll show you later how to change the game mode manually in game. Server bots is pretty interesting to play with, because you play with extra people, but those people aren't actually people. They're computers. They're just regular cells, but they're controlled by computer. Server view base, which is currently 1024. It's just how far away you look at your cell when you start the game. Border left. This is just X and Y coordinates. No, you don't need to change this because when you don't play with that many people, like 69 people, then you don't need that much space. So I just have 0 and 6000, which is fine. And next you have spawn. And which is more or less about the food and the viruses. The spawn interval is right now 20. One tick is 50 milliseconds, right there. So if you make so spawn interval is right now 20. So 20 times 50 equals 1,000. So every second right now there will be 10 food cells spawned, because that's what you see over there. Every second there are right now spawned 10 food cells. I think it should be a bit faster, so I'll just trim it down a bit. I'll make the spawn interval 1. So now every 50 milliseconds 10 food cells spawn. Well, the food start amount is just when you start up your server, you'll have automatically generated 100 food cells. The food max amount is kinda pretty easy, but it's just the maximum amount is 500 food cells. Food mass is right now 1, so every time you pick up a food cell, you get 1 point. You can make it higher, but it's not really necessary. And when you make it higher than 1, you'll just get more points per food cell. Virus minimal amount, which is right now 10, so at least 10 viruses will be spawned at the moment, every single time. Virus max amount is 50 right now, so a maximum of 50 viruses will be spawned throughout the map. Virus start mass is right now 100, so if a virus spawns, it will at least be at 100 mass, so you'll have to be bigger than 100 to get split by it. Virus feed amount, which is pretty funny because you have to press 7 times W into the virus to make it split. You can either decrease it to 2. So you have to press 2 times W to make it split, but you can also make it bigger, like I don't know, maybe 20 or something. So you have to press 20 times W to make the to make the virus split. But I'll just leave it 7. Eject mass. This is about pressing W. So if you press W right now, you'll lose 60 mass, but you drop a cell, which is 12 mass. So you can make it more like 100. So right now you lose 60 mass, and you drop 100. So you actually gain 84 mass. But I don't think that's really fair. So I'll just make it a bit less. It's I think maybe 10 or something. And I don't like, but if I drop it, press W now, I'll lose 6 mass. So I don't like that. So just make it 10 too. Eject spawn player. It's pretty funny because I never saw it happen, but there's a 50% chance for a player to spawn in your ejected mass. So if you press W, there's a 50% chance that it becomes a player, if it just happens to join at that exact time. Player start mass, which kinda it's not that hard to understand. Just if you make it 100, you start with 100 points. Player max mass. Now it's now 22,500. I think it's a bit low. It's just the maximum amount of points you can get. So just make it 1,000,000. Which is pretty high, so you can get as big as you want. That's around 100,000. That's 1,000,000. The minimal mass eject. You have to be at least 32. You have to have at least 32 points to be able to press W. Well, you start with 100 already, so that's not that big of a deal. After that, you have player minimal mass split, which is 36 right now, and you have to have at least 36 points before you're able to split. So press space. Player max cells. It's 16 right now. So there's a maximum of 16 cells you can be. So you can press space 4 times. I'll just make it 50 because it's fun to explore the world in all those little cells. Player recombine time. You after you press space, you become 2 cells or more, and you have to wait 30 seconds again before you're able to combine again. I think it's pretty high, so I think I'll decrease it a bit and maybe make it like I don't know, 3 or something. Yeah, 3 is fine. Then you have player mass decay rate. It says over here, amount of mass lost per tick, and then the amount it says it there is a multiplier. And 1 tick is here 1,000 milliseconds. So right now it's just 0.02 seconds before a 0.002 seconds before you lose at least 9 mass, which it says under there. And but I don't like if you get bigger, you'll lose more mass, and if you're not that big, you don't lose anything. Then you have player minimum mass decay. Well, I just put the decay rate on 0, so it doesn't really matter for me. But if you get bigger, the least amount of mass you lose is 9 right now. So if you increase it to 100, you lose 9 mass every single time. Player max nick length, it's just the maximum amount of characters you can put in your nickname. I think I don't really matter how long it is, so I just make it 150. Now this last bit is about the tournament and the Hunger Games. Well, just turning max players, it's pretty easy. It's just the maximum amount of players to join. 12 is fine because I don't have that many friends. Oh well. There. So if you you can play with 12 people. Then you have the tourney prep time, which just 10. When 12 people joined, it will wait 10 seconds before it will start the tournament. So it's like the preparation time. It's 10 seconds is pretty long, so I'll make it 3. But the tourney end time. So if the tournament's ended or the Hunger Games is ended, it will wait 30 seconds before it will start a new one, which is also fairly long. So I'll just make it 3 too. Tourney autofill. It says over here, if set to a value higher than 0, the tournament match will automatically fill up with bots after value seconds. So I will show you later how to add bots manually. So I am not gonna enable this right away. I'll just show you later how to add them manually. So just leave it 0. Then you have tourney autofill players, which is 1 right now. It says over here, the timer for filling players with bots will not count down unless there's this amount of real players. So it won't add bots unless there is more than 1 player. So if you have like six friends joining, you have 6 friends who join you, and then you have to make it 7, because if you make it 7, then 7 people will join you, and then after that it will fill up with bots, so your friends have the chance to join you. Well, server port's pretty important. It's kind of the most important. 443 is it right now, and 443 is the same port as it is used by Skype. So if you communicate with over Skype with your friends, you can't use 443. You have to port forward, which I will put a link in the video description to show you how to. And I also have a Minecraft server. So if I make it, I always have to port 25565. Yeah, 25565 open. And if you don't, I have it open because else other people can join. And I have it like this, so people can join through me through that port. If you can, it can be anything, just not a port that's already used by something on your computer. Else the port is already possessed. That sounds more like a ghost movie. Don't know which word it is. Tell me in the comments down below. And it's okay. Just always make sure to save. And just close it. And that's all. Then you have the launch file. Double click it. And then you get this prompt. You always get this prompt unless you uncheck the checkbox there. Now, after that, just press run. And the console will open. Those are the standard loading systems. As you can see, I didn't get any errors. So now I'll show you how to get into the game. There you have it. My Agario. Now just go to Agario again. I'm sorry that's kind of laggy, but it's just not working very well. I don't know why though. Alright, so if you want to join your own server, you need to press F12 on Google Chrome. It's the easiest on Google Chrome because it's just you have a console and you can enter anything easy. I don't know if it also works on Firefox, but you can always try it. You need to open this, and yours will be on Elements probably. If it's on Elements, you'll have to open up Console, which is on the top right. And if you open it, you will need to type this. I'll put it in the video description. Then just press enter. Then you'll join your own server. Then you have you can join. You can enter your own name. You saw I can put a maximum of 150 characters. Even the skins work on your own server, so that's pretty funny. Just you can close the console, and there you go. As you can see, you're on your own server. It's pretty laggy right now. It's not laggy for me, but for some reason my video recording just likes to lag over here. Now I'll go to the upper left corner, which so it's easier to know the coordinates for it, which are 0, 0. And now I'll show you how to add bots. As you can see, right now I'm only the only player on the server. So if you want to add bots, it's pretty straightforward. You just have to type add bot space, and then you can fill in any amount of bots. So I just want to fill up the leaderboard, so I'll just press 9. Let's just add 9 bots. As you can see, the leaderboard is now full, and there are 9 bots playing. See, if you're bigger than the bot will automatically run away from you. So now just go to the upper left corner again. Nope, don't go through the virus. And I'll just stay over here. Now I'll show you how to change game mode while the server is open. It's also pretty straightforward. You just need to type game mode space, and then you need to remember, or just look it up in gameserver.ini. And you see 0 is for free for all, 1 for teams, 10 for tournament, and 11 for Hunger Games. So I'll just make it tournament right now. So which is 10. So it's game mode space and then 10. Then just press enter and see change the game mode to tournament. Now it will load, and there you see. Now I'm into the server, and now it's just gonna wait until there are 12 players or bots to play. Well, since I'm the only player right now, I'll need to add 11 more bots. So just add bot space 11 and enter. Now see it's starting, and tournament is just you need to eat each other until there's just one left, and the last one just won. It's pretty funny to do, but I'm not so good at it. It's kind of the same like Hunger Games, which I will show you in a second, but it's not the same. So now, if I make it Hunger Games, I'll need to make it game mode 11, and there you see. Change game mode to Hunger Games. Now I just need to join again, and as you can see, waiting for players 1 out of 12. Now I need to just add bots again. And now the match will be starting. Well, the way Hunger Games works is it's the same as tournaments, but you are able to eat any type of food cell. If the food cell is bigger than you, it doesn't matter. You can eat it anyway. You see, this one is fairly big, and now I ate the food cell, and after that I ate NASA, and now I ate Japan, and I ate Tumblr, and I'm gonna eat Hong Kong. And then just but you're able to eat every kind of food cell. If it's bigger than you, it doesn't matter. If it's smaller than you, well, it never matters. But I know there are a lot of people that also want to cheat. So here's how to cheat. It's the easiest just to go in one of the corners, and then just type food. And after you type food, you need to type the coordinates, which right now I'm at 0, 0, which is the upper left corner. If you are at the lower right corner, it will be 6,000, 6,000, because that's just how I made the map. After that, you press space again, and then the amount of mass the food cell will be. Because I'm in Hunger Games, I can eat any type. So right now I'm 1122. So I can make it 1500, and I can still eat it, as you can see. And I can do it a lot of times. So I'll grow really big. As you can see, I'm pretty big right now. And I'll just let's have an adventure. If you want to go fast, you will just press space a lot. There you go. Then you grow really big. And as you can see, I have 50 little cells right now. And I'm just looking for the last player right now. Which is Satanist. I can eat Satanist right now, so I'll just do that. And then you also see how it looks when you won a tournament. Not that special, but just you just see it. Come on, Satanist, just get over here. Come on. You can do it. Just die. It's not that hard. I do it all the time. Come on. You can also mess with your friends by spawning a virus. So you tell your friends, yeah, if you go to the upper left corner, you will get you get free food. So but instead of you spawn fruit there, you just spawn a virus there. So then you spawn virus and then the coordinates again, so 0, 0. And then you get the mass of your virus. So if you want to make your virus pretty big, so like 1500, then they'll have to be then they still have to be bigger than the virus before the virus can split them. But if you make it smaller than 1500, so just like me, like 1, then if they're just bigger than 2, they will just split automatically. So there you go. Now I spawned it at 0, 0. And I still need to add bots, because else I can't start the game. So there you go. Well, Helper tried to eat me, but he couldn't. There we go. I'm pretty big right now. Well, I'm safe. And now I'll go to the upper left corner. No, oh no, Proto, don't. And there you see my virus. And I just went into it and I split again. And I died. Well, that didn't really work out. But you can also mess with your friends even more by just typing kill space and then the username of your friend. So if he's named Xenix like me, just type Xenic and then he'll die. If you type kill all, then everybody dies, including you. So I'll show you. Okay, look, and there I died. Well, now how do your friends join? You have to go to whatsmyipaddress.com. I'll put the link in the description. And so you can join your, so there you get your IP address. I will show you what your friends need to do before they can join. They just need to press F12. Like this, and theirs will always also be on Elements, so they just have to go to console. And where you type localhost, they will have to type your IP address. So I'll just use, for example, 127.0.0.1. And they'll just have to use that. And after that, they'll have to type your port. So I have 25565, but if you, for example, have 123, then if you have 123 over here, like I have 25565, then you also have to put in here 123. Just make sure you don't get any errors and your port is open. So I just 25565 and I entered, and as you can see, I'm still on my server. 127.0.0.1 is also the same IP address as localhost, so it's just the same. There's not really a good way to close your console, so you just have to press the red cross. And after that, just close it. Well, there's not much more to tell. So thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe. Bye.